Welcome back to another episode of Don't Look Down on Me, a service industry podcast. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about big parties and why some of us really hate them. Not all of us, just some of us. Before we get started with the episode, though, I would like to give a huge thank you to everybody who's been watching, who's been following along. Your support means everything to me. So thank you. Now, moving on to the episode. My husband and I were actually having this discussion earlier. Big parties. Some people like them. Some people don't like them. And when I say some people, I mean like servers, obviously. Some people thrive off chaos. I am not one of those peoples. I do not thrive on chaos at all. And I feel as though when big parties come in, when I say big parties, I'm talking 10 people plus. If it's 10 people or less, that's just a big table. It's not really like a big party. But when it's more than 10 people, I call it a party. I got a party of 11. If it's like a table of 8 or 9, it's just a table to me. That's not really a big party. So we were having this discussion earlier, and I was explaining that I cannot stand big parties. Like, they throw such a wrench into my workflow. It's crazy. It's so crazy. And I will make any tables experience a wonderful dining experience. But if you're going to be complicated and you're going to be impatient and you're already inconveniencing us, it's kind of like you get what you get. I'm sorry. And if you're going to put out a nasty attitude, that's probably what you're going to get in return. I cannot stand big parties that have people that know what they want, and then these people don't know what they want. They're still waiting on 5 people to show up. 3 people went outside. It's crazy. If you're going to come out with 20 of your closest friends, at the very least, be organized. At the very least, be cool, man. Don't be like all uncool. I don't understand. When any of my people are like, hey, do you want to go out to eat? And it's 11 of us. I'm like, no. No, I don't. I would rather just go get something and bring it home because no, that's embarrassing. I don't want to do it. It's stressful. Me going out as a big party is stressful. Me taking tables that are big parties, stressful. I hate it. I'll do it. And I'll do it with a smile on my face. And I'll give you the best service. But I hate it. And unfortunately, I think a lot of the times it does mean that one of your other tables is going to get sacrificed. You're going to sacrifice service somewhere because there is no possible way for you to be at multiple places at once. I can't be cashing out a check and also taking an order. It doesn't work that way. So I love big parties when they know that they're inconveniencing us and they're thankful for any service that they get. I love big parties who clean up after their kids and make sure their kids aren't running amok. Those are the big parties that I F with. Heavy. Parties with people that are between the ages of 19 to 22. They're so rowdy. They're so rowdy. They're so, how do I say? They're so like rude. They think that they're the only table in the restaurant. I try to make each one of my tables feel like they're the only table in the restaurant. That's what I try to do to all my tables. However, these people come in and they just feel like they're already the only table in the restaurant. Huh? No, honey. I have a full section. And on top of it, they just sat you in a section that's not even my section. So, no, this isn't going to be fun for any of us, actually. I have had the worst experiences with big parties, and I've also had the best experiences with big parties. So, it kind of just depends. It depends on the customer, really. If you get a really, really cool big top, that's awesome. If they all pay on one check, that's even more awesome. Now, the parties that come in, and it's 20 of them, and they all want to split it up, and each check is like $13, get out of here. Get the heck out of here. Quit wasting everybody's time. I had a big party come in once who they scared the server to the point where she was crying. She was in tears. And she was a pretty, I want to say like a pretty docile server. She was like gentle and she was like soft. She wasn't like as aggressive as some servers can be. And they were just rowdy from the jump. They were just rowdy. They all were yelling stuff. Oh, I want to do this. Oh, I want to get this. Hey, what are you getting? And so when she came up to greet them, they ignored her. And so she was like, okay, maybe they need a couple more minutes. And so she left and they came and they were like, hey, our server came up and they ignored us. I was a manager at the time. And I said, what? Yeah, our server came up and just ignored us. And so I went to the server and I said, hey, what happened? And she said, I went up to say, hey, guys, how we doing? Can I start you off with any drinks? And they completely ignored her. So she's like, I came to get drinks for my other table. Like, they're obviously not ready. So she goes back to the table. They're hooting and hollering. They're yelling their order at her. And she turns around and she's in tears. Just tears flowing down her face. And she's like, I can't do this. I can't do this. So I go up to the gentleman in charge. And he's just like, what's going on? And I said to him, frankly, sir, no one here wants to serve you or your friends. Nobody here wants to serve you, and I can't make them serve you. They actually have the right to not serve you if they feel like you're being disrespectful. And she felt like you were being extremely disrespectful, all of you. If you guys would like, we can box it up and maybe make it to go. If you guys would like to do that. Now, I know that there's going to be managers out there that are like, that's horrible. You shouldn't have said that. I don't care. You let people get away with crap, they're going to do it again. And they're going to increase the crap that they try to get away with. You know what I'm saying? They're like kids. They're trying to push your boundaries. And a lot of the times it's just easier to say, okay, fine, just give them what they want. I'm not that girl. And so they agreed that they would calm down and not be so rude. Oh, thanks. Thank you so much for doing that for us. I appreciate you. So anyways, they sat in her section for like 2 hours. They split up the checks. The checks ended up being like, $19 each. And so each one of them ended up leaving her like $1. Those are the tables that we're talking about. Tables like that are what we're talking about. If you're a big party and you come in and you're understanding that you're inconveniencing us and you're super patient and you don't feel like you're entitled to the whole restaurant, I like those tables. And I will take those tables time and time again. And I'll take the other tables too, but I'm not going to like it. So how do you feel about big parties? Are they an inconvenience to you, or do you feel like, hey, it's just another table? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Let me know how you feel as a customer. Do you feel like it's okay for customers to just go in 20 of their closest friends and just be rude and loud and obnoxious and inconvenient, and you need everything quick and fast because we have a movie to catch? Are you those people? Why do they do that? Why do people go in to dine and they say, oh, I have a movie to catch in a half hour? Girl, it's 6:30 in the afternoon. This is prime dinner time. What makes you think that you're going to be in and out of here in 30 minutes? I don't get that. I digress, though. That's for another video, am I right? Anyways, guys, if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. Please follow me on social media platforms such as YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok at DLDOM Podcast. Don't Look Down on Me, a service industry podcast. We'll catch you on the next episode. Bye.